Hey guys, Gigi here and welcome back. In this video, I'm gonna drop all the things you need to do 10 to 12 months prior to your wedding. If you're planning your own wedding, you wanna make sure that you're disciplined, you're organized, and you're checking those boxes off every single month. Because it's a lot of things to do if you're gonna leave it till 3 months before the wedding and then there's just like everything piled up. You're overwhelmed, there's too much going on. So start planning your wedding as early as you possibly can. I would recommend Hey guys, Gigi here and welcome back. In this video, I'm gonna drop all the things you need to do 10 to 12 months prior to your wedding. If you're planning your own wedding, you wanna make sure that you're disciplined, you're organized, and you're checking those boxes off every single month. Because it's a lot of things to do if you're gonna leave it till 3 months before the wedding and then there's just like everything piled up. You're overwhelmed, there's too much going on. So start planning your wedding as early as you possibly can. I would recommend 12 months prior to the wedding. However, some weddings are gonna be more complex, so you're gonna want more time. It really depends on how large or small you want your wedding to be and how many elements are coming together at the end of it. If you haven't seen my first video where I talk about the 2 most important things to do before you start wedding planning in general, go check out that video. I'm gonna share it in the recommended videos at the end of this video, so you can check out that video and come back to this video to see the next steps you need to take 10 to 12 months prior to your wedding. Okay, so if you're still here, I'm assuming you've already watched that video, so let's dive right in to the next steps of what you need to do. So first off, you want to start a guest list. How I did it was I started a Google Docs spreadsheet and I started a column for me where I added all my guests in, and then I started a column for my fiance and sent the spreadsheet to him so he can add in all his guests on his side. Now, me and my fiance are actually still deciding between 50 to 75 people, and a lot of venues will actually work with you. So our caterer is okay with us waiting until 2 to 3 months prior to the wedding to let them know how many people. Also, our venue is okay with waiting until like 2 to 3 months prior to the wedding to know how many people will be coming to the wedding. For now, we're set at 50. So it really depends. You need to have those deadlines put down in your calendar so you can let them know prior to. If you're thinking you're gonna change from 50 to 75 or let's say 100 to 200, it really depends on like the jump, because like our jump is literally 25 people, it's not that big of a deal. However, if you have like 100 people to 200 people, that might change some things for some of your vendors. So you definitely wanna figure out those deadlines by which you have to let them know. But definitely come up with a number, at least an approximate number of people that you want to invite and create that guest list. Once you start that guest list, go ahead and figure out what date works best for you. What me and my fiance had to look into was weather, because we live in Florida and weather could be very different at different times of the year. A lot of times the best weather in Florida is fall, winter, and spring. Summertime is absolutely hot. There's a lot of bugs. So if you're getting married outside, which we are, it's best to do your wedding sometime when there's not many bugs outside, when it's cooler out so people aren't too hot and everyone's enjoying their day. Your situation might be different depending on the area that you're living in. The next thing you need to do is choose your color scheme. Now, this is a very, very fun thing to do. What I did was I just went to Google, searched what colors match with this particular color. For example, I love the color green. I'm obsessed with it. I love my plants, as you can see. I love the green color. And so I decided, let's go with some colors that are more fall-like colors, because green is a beautiful color that you can pair with some other fall-like colors because our wedding is in the fall time. So that's how I ended up doing it. I searched some colors that would go well with the green that I was looking for. I also started looking for bridesmaid dresses in different areas, and I'll share the website that I decided to go with in a little bit once we get more deeper into that subject. But because I love the dresses that they had to offer, I had a color in mind that I wanted. I saw that they had that color. I went ahead and took that color, put it into Google, and looked and searched for colors that would go well with that color. And so obviously Google came to the rescue. Google will give you so many ideas. You'll be able to really look into the different hues, different colors that could really go well with the color that you love most. And it's really gonna enhance the whole wedding for you. So that's how I did it. There are different ways to do it. You could go to a designer or a professional who knows colors and who can pair some colors for you. I'm sure if you look it up on Google, you'll see some different services in your area that offer that. But for me, I just used the good old Google and I wanted to do it for free. Your color scheme is really important because everything's going to go around this color scheme. Your flowers, probably gonna go around this color scheme, your decorations that are going on the tables, your cake possibly. So many different things are going to be involved with these colors, so you have to make sure that you love these colors. The next thing you wanna do is book a wedding coordinator. Now, for me and my fiance, we have a complimentary coordinator included within our venue. That was a service that they offered that was just included in a package that we decided to go with. Basically, what the coordinator does is on the day of the wedding, you hand over all the information to them, which is why I recommended in the other video to get that template and a binder so you can put everything in there and give it to your coordinator. So on the day of your wedding, you don't have to worry about nothing. The coordinator is going to talk with the vendors, call them, make sure everyone's in their place, everyone knows what they're doing, and no one's confused or lost on the day of the wedding. Wedding coordinators are absolutely important to have. Even though you're planning your wedding right now, it doesn't mean that you should also control everything on the day of. On the day of your wedding, you need to be relaxing, enjoying, and taking everything in because it's your special day. So do yourself a favor, hire a coordinator if it doesn't come with your venue, and enjoy your wedding day because that coordinator is going to take care of everything for you. Before hiring a coordinator, make sure the source that you use is a recommended source and the coordinator reviews are good because obviously that's a very good investment into your wedding day. Another thing you need to do in these 10 to 12 months leading up to your wedding is book a venue. So for me, when I was looking for a venue, I looked all over, and the more south I went, the more expensive it got. The more north I went, the cheaper it got. It really depends on the budget you're working with and how extravagant you want that venue to look. Whether it's at a church, by the beach, it could really vary in different sorts of ways. So you wanna make sure that you look at different venues. I used Google, The Knot, people gave me recommendations. We ended up choosing a venue that we've actually been to at a wedding, and we absolutely loved that location. So we ended up going with that venue. Now, sometimes you're going to need to book your ceremony venue separate from your reception venue. And sometimes that's gonna be together. For my fiance and I, it's all in one place. The ceremony venue and the reception venue is right next to each other. So what I loved about that is nobody's gonna have to drive. All the guests can just walk over to the reception area and it's gonna be fun. Like the cocktail hours there, the reception, the ceremony, it's all close by. Everyone's just in one area. Now, it could be different for you if you're like doing the ceremony at the beach and then going to a restaurant for the reception. You might need to coordinate some things and you'll have to book those separately depending on the people you'll have to deal with for those two different locations. But honestly, I would just recommend choosing one spot that has both the ceremony venue and the reception venue together so you don't have to worry about people driving, getting there, being late. It's just not even gonna be a problem or a worry on your mind. The next thing you have to do is choose your wedding party. So who's gonna be your bridesmaids, groomsmen, flower girl, ring bearer? Once you figure that out, you can go a little fancy and create a proposal box like I did for my bridesmaids. I'm gonna show you guys a video of what it looked like. Basically, it's a beautiful box with a bow where they could open it and they have all these little gifts inside where it had a little card that said, "Would you be my bridesmaid?" So I thought it was sweet, I loved it, I sent it to all my bridesmaids. And the last thing that you wanna do in these 10 to 12 months prior to the wedding is create a wedding website. Basically, you can create an account and start creating the website. I loved how the pictures looked on the website. You can also do an RSVP through the website. You can do a registry through the website. We decided on doing a first home fund. So the guests could gift us money through there. They can RSVP to the wedding through there. They have have the addresses. Also, if they're outside of the state, they can click on different things they can do in the area. I've included our favorite restaurants in the area, all the different things my fiance and I love to do, and just wanted to share that with them so they can enjoy those things as well while they're here. I highly recommend the wedding website because it's such a great way to bring everything together. The registry or the fund like we did. The wedding guests can actually get to know your wedding party. And of course, they can RSVP and you can see everyone who's coming, everyone who's not coming. If somebody decides not to come, that will open up space for you to invite other people that would be able to make it to your wedding. So this is absolute must, in my opinion, to have, because this is what's gonna keep you in the know with what's happening with your guests, whether they're coming or not. And for your guests, they can know all the details about the wedding, all the times, rehearsal dinner, wedding time, everything. Everything's all in one place. It's perfect. This is it. This is basically all you'll need to do 10 to 12 months prior to the wedding. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and click that bell button if you haven't already so you can see my new videos that are being posted every single week. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time.